accelerated pace program and several honors classes. I was invited to be part of the Duke University Talent Identification Program, and as part of that, I'm actually going to take my SAT test in January. I enjoy performing in the school's choir, so I am in it again this year. I also like to cook and bake, but I don't always get to do that as nearly as often as I like. Lots of my spare time is taken with martial arts. Since I train so hard and so often, I earned my black belt in karate this June, 9 months ahead of schedule. Last year, I also began training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It is a lot more difficult to earn a belt promotion in BJJ, but after countless hours of training and by competing 4 times now, I finally earned my first belt promotion. In my family, we are all about new experiences and making memories. Brace yourselves, the highlights of the last year were hard to narrow down. So this list is a long one of things I've been blessed to go to and to be able to participate in. Six Flags, Kid Mania, Radiothon at Dallas Children's Medical Center, competed in my first BJJ tournament, Top Golf, gave a speech for CMN, first of 2 visits this year to roller skate at Thunderbird Roller Rink, traveled to Galveston area for second competition, with sightseeing around NASA, my first visit to the beach, and ferry rides. Dallas Patriots baseball camp, Dallas Museum of Art, Beauty and the Beast play, enjoyed IHOP National Pancake Day. First of 3 FC Dallas soccer games this year, Dallas Stars game that had to end 11 minutes in, the game where player Rich Peverly had his heart problem. Shrine Circus, 3rd competition, followed that night by a speech for CMN at UT Dallas. Disney on Ice, redo of that Dallas Stars game that ended early. First of 2 Texas Rangers games this year. Gave a speech for the local chapter of Hope Kids. Gave a speech for CMN. School field trip to the Perot Museum. Watched a roller derby. Went to a camp in Kerrville for kids with disabilities. And after getting picked up from camp, we took a mini vacation in San Antonio filled with a wildlife safari, the Alamo, and staying on the Riverwalk the night the San Antonio Spurs won. It sure was loud that night. Hawaiian Falls, ice skating, therapeutic horseback riding, events with miniature horses, Rough Riders baseball game, Nasher Sculpture Center, Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, and RH2O. Really enjoyed Dairy Queen's Miracle Treat Day. Yum. Traveled to Austin for 4th tournament, Gala of Royal Horses, Red Bull Air Race at Texas Motor Speedway, Kavanaugh Flight Museum, chasing hot air balloons, amazing seats at the Glass at a Dallas Stars game, Camp Belize for kids like me, also treated at Dallas Children's, State Fair of Texas, first annual Hope Walk, and in the last year we also went to the movie theater a dozen times. Woo! I told you it was a lot. All of those events happened around school, homework, choir, training in 2 martial arts, and of course doctor's appointments. When I give speeches, what I like to do is be sure that you get to know me well, who I am and what I do. I think it's important to focus on the good things, the positive things, the exhausting aspects of my life, so that you see me as a regular boy and not get sidetracked by my diagnosis. I'm a thriving, productive member of society thanks to the care I received at Dallas Children's Medical Center. When I was here with you last year, I went into a lot of detail about my diagnosis, so I will skip to the condensed version instead this morning. On June 18th of 2009, I was diagnosed with a bouncy ball-sized brain tumor in the center of my head growing up from my brain stem. I had my first brain surgery a few days later, and on August 6th, I had my big brain surgery where about 90 to 95% of the tumor was able to be removed from my brainstem. I have hit a tremendous milestone this year. In the 5 years since that big surgery, the remaining tumor has not changed at all, so I'm considered to be in full remission. I will always have to have annual MRIs to watch what the tumor is doing, and I currently have regular appointments with my endocrinologist, who is following my growth, my ophthalmologist, who is following my vision impairment caused by my surgeries, and of course my neuro-oncologist. But I see my pulmonologist and allergist to keep my mild asthma, just that, mild. I have some lingering health issues post-tumor and surgery, but they are all well managed and, in my opinion, minor in the grand scheme of things. Raising money in support of Children's Miracle Network allows miracles like my own to happen to so many other kids. I had the best care possible available to me, and my hospital was equipped to give me what I needed when I needed it. The current statistics are that 1 in 10 kids will need to be treated at a CMN hospital this year. Of the 170 hospitals in the network, 62 kids enter one for treatment every single minute. That's just mind-boggling, isn't it? Some kids are there for injuries, but a lot like my little cousin Brooke had to go for ongoing care for cancer or other chronic illnesses. It is in her honor, actually, as she is on, I think, her 7th chemo-related hair loss, now that I am growing my hair out to donate once it gets to 10 inches long. Anyway, funds raised for CMN are applied to all possible areas of need, including equipment, research, innovative therapies, and programs, as well as supplies. The funds donated stay local, so you are helping kids in your own backyard, maybe even your own. Kids are not simply short adults and cannot be treated as though they are. Specialized equipment is required, yes, but these hospitals also have to be prepared to address the fears of their young patients. Playrooms, toys, soft blankets and stuffed animals, games and activities that can be done in bed, libraries, the list goes on. These are things that are a welcome distraction and stress reliever that can help a child get through one more test, one more procedure, one more day in the hospital. These are obtained from donations. For myself, the addition of headphones and a mirror to watch a DVD playing behind my head while getting my 70-minute MRIs is amazing. My head is packed tightly in a cage. I had to remain perfectly still for the whole time in that hot, uncomfortable, and claustrophobic contraption in that tiny tube. I do my MRIs awake instead of being put to sleep, so I can't even tell you how much easier it is to get through them now, but the setup is not standard with MRI machines. It takes additional funding for specialized equipment to safely be able to use the players and headphones in an MRI machine, and things like that aren't typically in the operating budget. So that's one area where donations make a huge impact on the experiences young patients have. Contributions to CMN are often $1 at a time, and no donation is too small. And in the end, it all gets put to good use. Giving financially is fantastic, but you can always help by volunteering too. Who knows, maybe now that I am older, I can help out on the phones at Radiothon this year. Hint, hint, Mom and Angela. My first chance to help CMN was actually at the Radiothon in 2009 when I was just 7 years old, and I am proud to still be able to help 5 years later. You have all been very patient with me this morning, so thank you for listening. It's time for me to head to school now. Enjoy the rest of your day and keep up the awesome work you are doing for Children's Miracle Network.